All right, Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushai.
Barakatah Yahushai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah
Barakatah
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushai.
Barakatah Yahushai.
All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles Nellis rule well. Peace and salutations to all the sincere Akim, enduring afflictions, making her calling and election sure. It's your brother Kabar.
This the brother Yatazakah.
And we back with another one. You know, Lord willing to be edifying to the elect, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahar Kakadash, Barakatham, to all the sincere listeners who may hear this. We're just going to call this one Hall of Fame. So I read it.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of Sirach 44. It says, "Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us." Verse 2, "The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning." It says, "Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Leaders of the people by their counsels, and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people, wise and eloquent are their instructions."
Yeah, these men, these are famous men. You know, these are the pretty much the top spirits on the planet. Me and the brother Kabar, we did a lesson, you know, recently called the highest level spirits on the planet. These are the highest level spirits on the planet right here. These are the best of the best, so to speak. You know,
So yeah, what we was talking about, you know, Slakia, you know, we were just talking about was particular men, you know, who's still in that Hall of Fame, even though we don't necessarily know them. Like you made the example, right? About like, you know, Wilt Chamberlain, particular people that kids today, they wouldn't even know about. You know, all they know about is LeBron. You know what I'm saying? They might even know about Jordan, which, you know, that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? Eventually, that's how it is. Like, you know, after time goes on, you know what I'm saying? They just think about, I mean, a lot of kids, you know, or, you know, younger guys, you know, like Melo Ball or something, he would say that KD's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that just shows you how, like, you know, like the memory, you know, of generations, you know what I'm saying? Over time, you know, it starts to fade. But the Most High, you know, he remembers all, you know? So there's men from the foundation who's definitely going to be remembered. You know, I was going to get that in Luke, but I can hold it till later.
No, you grab it.
Just to get that example in Luke, the first chapter in start at 68. It says, blessed, I'm going to just get the point. It says, blessed, Luke 1:68, "Blessed be the Lord, God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." All right, so it's talking about the Most High. "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began." See that? So his prophets, all right, who is speaking. The Most High uses the prophets to speak, you know, since the world began. You know, and we, you know, alluded to it in Sirach, the 44th chapter, you know, because it was since the beginning, you know. Let me see if I could pull an example in Genesis. I think the 3rd chapter goes into it. I mean, Genesis 2, Genesis 3. Where you at? Genesis 3? Yeah, I could get Genesis 3 and 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden." You know? So this is an example. We just read in Luke, the 1st chapter, you know, he speaks by the mouth of the holy prophets since the beginning. All right? And we're reading this here in the beginning. We don't know who this is that's literally speaking to the woman. All right? But this is a prophet. You know, this is someone who's in the Hall of Fame, all right? And, I mean, this is a big thing. We can't take light of the prophet that was used to speak, all right? And just let it be known, all right, about the tree and not eating particular fruit of the garden. You know, that's high level right there. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High remembers, you know, those people, you know, and through the Spirit, you know, these particular prophets are here. We don't know about them, but those prophets are here today as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, was it. We jumping back, or you had something else?
You got more in that loop.
That was it on Luke.
Let's get Baruch 3:26.
Baruch 3, and you said
6.
This is Baruch 3 and 26. It says,
Alright.
It says, there were the giants famous from the beginning that were of so great stature and so expert in war.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Yeah, read down to 28.
It says, those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness.
So you had the sons of God, which were famous men. You had giants, the which really encompasses the children of Israel. But you had those giants, whom did not make it, whom were not chosen, so to speak. It was always a direct line that was chosen, and those were the famous men that were that stature was although their stature was brought down in throughout periods of time, their stature unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was never brought down, and they didn't perish through their own foolishness, which, a vast majority of our people, they're going to perish through their own foolishness. They're going to be destroyed, because of they wasn't a part of that chosen select line. They're not gonna be remembered, which ultimately they're gonna come back through that chosen line, but they're not gonna be remembered. They're not gonna be a part of that remembrance.
Right.
They're not going into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
And that's just like it was great. It's great players who played, in the league, but they didn't make it to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just looked up Bo Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But there's players who had great careers that you would think that they would be in the Hall of Fame, but there's something that's holding them back. They just don't have that element that would, what I'm saying. And we just using that as an example. It's a lot of Esau involvement in this, but you know what I'm saying. Just the whole concept of being in the Hall of Fame. There's people who had great careers, but they just didn't make it over a particular hump of being like great. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that, whether it's a lack of a championship or even if they were a champion, certain things that they did, off court that, that just kind of, threw some dirt on their name to where it's like, nah, he can't be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's about a couple out. You got a precept?
Nah.
Let me get this. That's a good point you said. It's a Second Peter 3.
Where you at?
2 Peter 3 and 14.
I can read it.
Yeah, kind of.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless.
And that's how you make it to the Hall of Fame. You got to be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless. So you gotta be on point throughout your whole career. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, you gotta be good on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? You gotta constantly produce. You gotta be consistent. So you can be found without spot and without blame. Because once your career is over, whomever, which in this case it'll be Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is gonna look over your career statistics, your career achievements, and they gonna measure them and see if that was enough to get you in the Hall of Fame. So you want to be diligent that you may be found of him in peace and without spot and blameless, and that's how you make it to the Hall of Fame. You ain't got no spots or no blemishes, on your resume, Or if you do have spot and blemishes on your resume, which we all do, you know, your work outweighs it. Just like Terrell Owens. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they ain't had no choice but to let him in the Hall of Fame because his numbers speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't not let this man in. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
You know, he all time leading in touchdowns and damn near receptions, like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you could say, well, he wasn't a good team player. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't never win a championship, or he had too many on the field and off the field antics. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if you producing, you know, numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
God, man.
Because we all got, you know, stuff on our records from, you know, the world, you know.
Con, brother. I got one in Revelation 3. I know he's alcohol. Right?
Okay, Con. Yeah, Con. Yeah. Just bring what you got real quick, and then we'll go back.
Revelation 3 and 11.
Con.
It's quick. This is Revelation, the 3rd chapter, verse 11. Yahushua speaking. It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." Con. So in this thing of ours, I mean, if you were chosen in this thing, ain't nobody else gonna do anything about it. If you were predestined to be in the Hall of Fame, no one could take that from you, man. You know, no one's gonna be able to take that crown. Which I was gonna get one of the favorites in Second Ezra too.
Oh yeah, I want to get that too, Con.
Oh,
yeah, Con. Yep. We can go there if you want to real quick.
Con.
Can I get? Oh, was you about to say that? Salat?
Nah, you good.
I just want to get a quick one. Matthew 24 and 13. Salat.
Con, man. This is St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. It says, oh, you just get to the point, right?
Yeah, Con.
It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved."
Con. You break it down, bro.
Con. So this is a thing of endurance, man. To truly endure, man, you know, in sound doctrine, you know what I'm saying? To be in the right spirit, you know. Yahushua, he embodied, all right, the spirit that we want to be in. You know? 1 Corinthians 13 tells you, charity endureth all things. So that right there is a trait that, I mean, there's no way you can make it into a Hall of Fame without this trait. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Con. Being a team player, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that charity, that's being a team player. You know what I'm saying? Giving back. Arms delivered from death, man. You know what I'm saying? You got those who sacrifice their statistics to for the team to win. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? He's known as a great team player. You know what I'm saying? He could have probably been, you know, played for the 76ers and been, you know, this and that. You know what I'm saying? But he sacrificed that for the team. You know what I'm saying? That's that charity, you know?
Right. That's right.
Second Ezra too.
Con.
Shit, Dame Lillard. You know what I'm saying?
Dame Lillard, yep.
You know what I'm saying? He could easily he could easily trade on the Trailblazers. You know what I'm saying? To go to a team, and he'll be like damn near any team. He could put them over the hump. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, get what he want. But what? You know what I'm saying? He giving back to whom, you know, gave to him. You know what I'm saying? That charity. You know.
Right. Yep. He's not gonna turn his back. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda.
We started at what, 38 or? What you was on?
Ooh.
Whatever you, yeah.
Yeah, we can start at 35.
35.
Yeah,
I was looking at it. Yep.
Con.
This is 2 Ezra 2 and 35. "Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you evermore." Forevermore. You know, the reward, man, of the kingdom. That's the true glory, man. You know, because I mean, we make an example of the Hall of Fame, but the true Hall of Fame is the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? The eternal glory. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 36, "Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly."
Con. So, look, can I get a quick precept?
Yep.
1 Corinthians 9, just to back up what you just said. about the kingdom being the true glory. You know, 1 Corinthians 9:24, I believe.
Prize. Run.
Yeah,
This is
Yep.
1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run, that ye may obtain."
Yeah, you know, and then running, that's going into you giving the necessary you giving what's necessary for you to make it, you know, to receive the reward. You know, when it was saying be ready for the reward, you know, of the kingdom of heaven, you know, that's you running, you know. That's you being running, you know. But all right now or have the opportunity to run to make it to the kingdom of heaven, but only one can receive the prize, and that's those who really, you know, give diligence, you know, to be found without spot, without blame. Those who go hardest, those who put in those extra hours, you know, in the training, you know, first one in, first out, you know. I mean the last one out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God. Like in 2nd Ezra 7, where it talks about, you know, one man, you know, can go at a time. You know, that's that one man. That's ultimate. You know, that body. You know, Mashiach, Yahushua.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's going to be in that same spirit, enduring. You know?
Yep. Till we all come to the unity of the faith. You know what I'm saying?
It says, verse 25, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible."
Right, because you got guys like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? He said he spent. I seen I ain't see it, but I just seen the title on it. It said he spent like $2 or $3 million a year just on his diet, just to stay healthy.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing it for a corruptible crown. You know, like a finals trophy. You know what I'm saying? An NBA championship. You know, but we doing it for an incorruptible crown. That's the reward of the kingdom. You know, that can't be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like Marion Jones, the old track runner. Remember, she got her Olympic medals taken away from her. You know what I'm saying? But you can't take the incorruptible reward away from us, like it speak about in Matthew, Lord willing we those men, like it speak about in Matthew the 6th chapter about how where thieves break through and steal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's that? He's like a commentator now, but he used to play on Sacramento Kings.
Oh, Chris Webber.
Chris Webber, you know where I was going at.
Yep.
Back when it was something that went down when he was in college or high school.
When he was in college.
When he was in college.
The Fab Five.
The Fab Five, right? So they basically took the banner down. You know what I'm saying? After they found out him being involved in certain things. You know what I'm saying? They took his crown, man.
Damn. Damn. Yep. Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying? He won the Heisman Trophy. You know, years later, you know, they found out he was getting paid under the table. You know what I'm saying? They took away his trophy, his Heisman Trophy. You know?
Knock. Yep. I'm not familiar with baseball, but A-Rod, I know he had...
Oh, man, damn. Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds,
yep. Yeah, that's wild, yep. So that can happen in this world, but, you know, when you chasing that the reward of the kingdom, like I said in the 2nd Ezra 2, that can't be taken away from you. You got to be ready for that reward. And how do you do it? You got to... Well, it's going to go into it, Salakia.
When, back in...
keep one more verse on that. And that's 1 Corinthians 9.
Okay. Back in 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 26, it says, "I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. But I keep under my body and bring it to subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway."
And that's how you do it. You got to bring yourself to the full obedience of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, unless you want to be a castaway just like, you know, the Chris Webbers and the Reggie Bushes of the world. You know what I'm saying? The Houston Astros. You know what I'm saying? I think they won a World Series like a year or two ago, and they took it away from them. You know, you know they you know they can that can happen unto you. You know what I'm saying? Just like you know, the vast majority of our people in the world, you know, like they've been chosen to be the chosen people, you know, a royal, kings, a royal and priests, but kings and priests, a nation of kings and priests, but they gonna die like men, you know. Lord willing, we don't, you know, have to take, you know,
Right.
take place in that. But if we don't bring our body under subjection, you know, unto the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, then we gonna ourselves be castaways, you know.
Right. Yep. Yep. Just like Psalms. Oh well, you know Psalms. You know 82 and 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like you brought out in Baruch the 3rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? The giants. You know, falling from the low state. You know, particular people who, you know what I'm saying, who got that natural gab. You know, natural gift for gab or whatever. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing with it.
Kind of. Yeah, it's several players like that too.
Several players,
you know what I'm saying?
Just bust.
Yeah, kind. Just wasting their talent, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not applying themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got to constantly apply yourself, man. You know.
I got one to land back the point in what's the second? This is in Psalm 62.
Kind. Let me get that. Psalm 62.
Yeah.
Kind.
Psalm 62 and 9, it says, "Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie." It says, "To be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity." You got it.
Kind. Yeah, say surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. You know, to be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity, man. You know what I'm saying? And that link up with Psalms 39 and 5.
Yeah.
When they say, surely men all together in his best state is vanity,
Right.
man.
I was thinking of that one too.
You know, so really, you know, we have to be men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, not men of high degree or men of low degree. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not like it's saying Luke 16:15, the things that are highly esteemed among men are abomination in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be ranked on a scale that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is ranking upon, man. You know, which he's not ranking upon how men are ranking. You know, he don't care about, you know, what you got, your possessions, you know, what you done did, you know, what you have done. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit got to be right, man. You know, you gotta have what they can't teach, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have them intangibles, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not judging on if you're gonna make it in or not based upon just statistics alone. You know what I'm saying? It's things that don't show up on the stat board. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which they, you know, you got commentators who speak about that, like, oh, he do things that don't show up on the stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gotta be.
Right. Yeah, they got certain things like the PER, like, you know, like how much impact you have on
Oh
the
yeah,
game,
kind
just overall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Player efficiency rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind. Yep. That's right. Shit. Was QBR, quarterback rating.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Want to go back to that second Ezra too?
Oh,
you had something kind.
Yeah. Back in second Ezra 2, in verse, what is that?
35.
Okay, Con.
Yeah.
Second 2 and 35 says, "Be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you forevermore."
That's the Hall of Fame. That's that gold jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, that's that place in Canton, or you know, I don't know where the NBA is at. You know what I'm saying?
God, you just, you know, you standing, you know, like Jordan crying meme, you know what I'm saying, with the red background. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep. It says, verse 36, "Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly. O receive the gift that is given you, and be glad, giving thanks unto him that hath led you to the heavenly kingdom."
And that go back to what you were saying earlier, Ak, about how if you was predestinated to be a part of the Hall of Fame, you're gonna be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shema Shah, he leads you to that. You know what I'm saying? So Lord willing, we are led there. You know, Because I was looking up Yahweh's will or God's will the other day, and one of the definitions for it would be predestination. You know what I'm saying? So if it was Yahweh Shema Shai's will for you to be predestinated to be a part of that, you're gonna be a part of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like and that goes for those in the world, man. Like you had those in the world like Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, or Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? They was set up and predestinated by Yahweh Shema Shai to go through their life and be whom they are great in this world. You know what I'm saying? But you have those who are set up by Yahweh Shema Shai predestinated to be great in the spiritual realm too. You know?
Kind of not. I'm gonna just hold my peace. I was thinking.
No, you got it.
I'm gonna bring out later.
Okay, kind.
Yeah. It says. Well, you know what? Salakia.
No, you good.
It's another one. Though. I'm gonna just get right now. I'm gonna hold low one. I'll remember.
Where we at?
Isaiah 64:4.
Okay, kind. Oh yeah. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Salakia. Lord willing, I can remember my precepts. Huh?
Oh man.
You know, I know I got a couple in mind. Salakia.
Okay. This is the prophet Isaiah 64:4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither hath the eye seen, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, beside thee, what he hath prepared for him that waited for him.
You got it, bro.
Khan, it's like the brother's bringing out. This is something that was already written from the beginning, something that was prepared. You know, this thing was already, it was made. Lord willing, we those men, it was made for us, man. You know, to be in the Hall of Fame, you know, the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, and everything that the eternal glory that's included. We can't even imagine everything that's included, you know. But this is something that's been prepared, man. Most I've been preparing it, man.
That's beautiful precept. You made me think of two of them out. 793, real quick. 793 and 19.
This is a prophet Zechariah. It says Zephaniah 3:19. It says, "Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee. I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame."
Yeah, because it was predestinated for us to go through what we went through as a nation and as a people. You know what I'm saying? Like all these hard captivities, you know, all these different, slaveries and oppressions and troubles and, you know, reincarnations, generations. You know what I'm saying? These things was also designated by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he has a point where he's gonna undo that, you know. And so why? So he can give praise and fame unto those who made it through that and conquered over that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all designated for those to go through what they went through, so it could be all the greater glory when, you know, they get to the top. You know, when the end speak. You know, just like Jordan. You know, Jordan, he was a walk on in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he wasn't, like, he didn't, so to speak, have the life set up for him where you would just think he was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? He had to go through hard stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Even in high school, not to go too far, but even in high school, like, you know what I'm saying? I think he didn't even make the team. You know what I'm saying? But like he ended up like somehow growing like 6 inches or something crazy, and then he made the team like a year, like the next year later. Yeah. So they was even checking for Jordan. You know what I'm saying? At first, it sounds crazy. That was his lot. You know what I'm saying? To have that path of, you know what I'm saying, and that, you know, made him, you know what I'm saying, grow, you know, inwardly as well. Just having that mindset of just being slept on. You know what I'm saying? That probably drove him to be who he became.
Yep. I'm get what's it? Can you read 22? Might as well.
And Zephaniah 3, right?
Yeah,
Back in Zephaniah 3:20, you said.
And 20,
It says, "At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai."
You can break it down, huh?
So this is a beautiful thing. This is a prophecy, you know. That hasn't come to pass yet, that's for sure, but turning back to captivity, man, and this is thus said the Lord, man. This is something that is written, man, like we were bringing up, man, since the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Things were written, things were prepared for us, man, you know, having that name, like we're bringing up, being in the Hall of Fame, man, praise among all people of the earth, man. All right, even these, heathen nations, that's reputed as nothing. They're gonna have no choice, but to bow, man. Kiss the ring, so to speak.
God, yep, God, beautiful. Then I got this in Jude 1:6.
God, this is the book of Jude. You said verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day."
And that's they're going back to what we were just touching on in Zephaniah the 3rd chapter about how Yahweh Shemashah already had it predestinated for those to go through what they had to go through in their story, so it could be all the more great in the end. He got them reserved under the chains of darkness until the great to the judgment of the great day. And the judgment of the great day of the Lord is going to be plenteous for those who going to make it into the Hall of Fame, and it's going to be shameful for all those who not, like, all those, now it's time to put on the balance who played the hardest, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, I know I'm going to make it, but, you ain't got what it takes to make it, you know what I'm saying? That's the great day, when you're either judged for the righteousness, you either receive a reward in righteousness or receive a reward for your wickedness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got one more slot, Revelation 22. I think it's Revelation 22 and 12. Let me make sure. Yep, that's it.
This is Revelation 22 and 12. It says, Yahushua speaking, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be."
Yeah, so Yahushua, that's the great day. That's the great day of judgment. When Yahushua Mashiach come to give the reward unto those who are going to make it into the Hall of Fame and those who are not. You know what I'm saying? That's giving every man to according as his work shall be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out. Once your career over, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you did, that's what that's what it is now. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Probably could have read 14 as well. Yeah, can we read 14 too?
God, let me just read it here.
God. Yeah, you got it.
It says, "Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city."
God, you got it, bro.
You got it.
God. So yeah, it say blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and that they may enter in through the gates of the city, man. That's going into the Hall of Fame, man. You know what I'm saying? Those who do his commandments, man. Those who follow the rules, man. You know what I'm saying? Those who play by the rules, man. Those who don't fall back into mischief, like the brother Kabar like to say. You know what I'm saying? Those who are continually fervent in spirit, man. Which I wanted to grab that one too. Might as well grab it while I'm remembering. It's a lot. Damn, you got precepts up?
Yeah, I hold it though. I don't got,
God. So Romans 12. Yep. This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 11. It says, "Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai." And when you read up a little bit, it tell you it's going into the components that you're supposed to have as a man in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? How we supposed to be. Because when you read up in this chapter, starting from the top, till you make your body a living sacrifice. And then it goes into how you can make your body a living sacrifice. And it was saying right here in verse 11, not to be slothful in business, but fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. So we got to constantly go hard, man. You got to play hard from the first quarter to the fourth. You know what I'm saying? You got to play till the clock stop. You know what I'm saying? You can't be taking off plays. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm just get that word fervent. Oh, I can't even look it up. It's a lot.
Okay. Get it on mine.
God.
That was in
Romans 12 and 11.
Romans 12 and 11. You said that word fervent.
Mm-hmm.
Strong's G2204. Zeo.
Strong's G2204. Zeo. Zeo.
Says to boil with heat. Be hot. Used of water. In the metaphor, it says used of boiling anger, love, zeal for what is good or bad, etc. It says fervent in spirit instead of zeal for what is good.
I know. So we got to be fervent in doing good and goodness, man. You know?
Right.
Which when you go into goodness, it goes into beneficence, which beneficence goes into compassion, mercy, you know, love, you know, hope, you know, cheerfulness, joy, peace, you know, all the fruits of the spirit, man. You know, and that's being fervent in spirit. You know what I'm saying? You know, zealous to do what is good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's being zealous, regardless of how much you down on the scoreboard, you still playing hard. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you losing or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you down by 20 points. You know what I'm saying? You still balling though. You know what I'm saying? You still playing hard. You know what I'm saying? But let's see, you had a precept, you want to go somewhere?
Con and Wisdom 3.
Con. Get that. 7-3. I read it for you. What it is?
1 through 5.
Con. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting from the top. It says, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and there shall no torment touch them."
Like we were saying, like it's all written. You know what I'm saying? It was preordained particular people, man. You know, like I was just thinking about Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the point you just made. You know, being hot and cold. You want to be hot. You want to be fervent in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
But ultimately, you know, it's already pre-written. You know, in the same chapter, it talks about being kept from the hour of temptation. Most High is going to keep particular people, man, from the torments that's going to be coming on this. It's really the whole place, man.
Con. Yep. Verse 2, it says, "In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery."
You got it.
Con, yeah, this fire account, you know what I'm saying? It said, "In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery." You know, but ultimately, the natural man don't receive the things that are of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But the spiritual man judgeth all things. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, in the sight of the unwise they seem to die. You know, but the spiritual man understands that this is not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just like if you if you lose the game today, that's not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? That's not the full determination. You know.
Con. Yep.
Verse 3, it says, "And their going from us is to be utter destruction, but they are in peace."
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon, was it the 7th chapter? In verse 1, is it? Where it talks about better is the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Oh yeah, Con. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, Con. I think that's Ecclesiastes 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Slaki.
Yeah, Con.
I meant to say that.
Yeah, Con.
I said Sirach.
You said Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh.
But I mean, it was Solomon. Yeah, he was the preacher in Ecclesiastes 7. So, yep. But Con. Man, let me just make sure. Salat. Yeah.
No, that was correct. But you just verification.
Oh, okay. Salat, yeah.
Because that's the whole chapter talks about. That's the fire chapter, you know.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Listen,
Ecclesiastes. I got you.
Ecclesiastes. You want to get?
I got you. This Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, "A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth."
Yep, and that's the spirit we just brought. We bringing this out because it says what? A good name is better than precious ointment. You know what I'm saying? To be in the true Hall of Fame, You know, to be regarded in the eyes of
Ooh.
Yahweh Shem Shai, that's better than anything, man.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is the day of death, then the day of one's birth. You know? Because on this side, this isn't life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
This isn't true life if you could receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're just going through that path, man.
Damn, yeah, that was a fire. Yeah, we needed to bring. That was the spirit. We went there.
Spirit, yep.
So we back in Wisdom of Solomon 3:3. Salakia, this back in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, verse 3. It says, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Mm-hmm. Kind. Like you mentioned, like the Carl man, he gonna look at that like, man, see, he wasted his whole life doing this, man.
God, he put his whole career, man. He didn't win no championships. He was on that sorry ass team, just like Andre Johnson for the Houston Texans.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember him. You know what I'm saying? But they like, oh man, he wasted his whole career playing for the damn Texans. They ain't even go to the playoffs. But he going to the fame though. He going to the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Kind. Yep.
Shit, it's plenty more players like that. There's just one I could think of off the top. You know what I'm saying?
And you got other players that, you know, are like chasing rings and stuff like that. Like, you know, DeMarcus Cousins. It didn't work. It didn't even work for him yet. You know what I'm saying? He hopped on the Warriors, didn't work. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, he ended up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I don't know if he's gonna get a ring. I doubt it. I don't think he's gonna get a ring with the Lakers.
Yeah,
So, doing nothing. I don't think he even played the regular season game.
Yeah, I think he still get one, but it ain't gonna. It's not gonna count. You know what I'm saying? To him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Or to no one else. Ain't no one else gonna look at that like, you know.
Champion?
Yeah, kind.
Like, nah, that don't work.
Yeah.
Like, just to add another point, like the glove. You know, Gary Payton, he ended up getting a ring. But that's not like the highlight of his career. You know what I'm saying? He got a ring with the Heat like when he was like older. You know what I'm saying? But he was already good like before that. You know what I'm saying? They already seen him as a great. You know what I'm saying? Going toe to toe with, you know, Michael Jordan and all that.
Yep. Bro. It says, you said read verse 5 too up? It says verse 5, and having being a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh Shem Yahushua proved them and found them worthy for himself.
Worthy for himself, man. You know, that's the true Hall of Fame, man. To be worthy in Oz Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, being greatly rewarded, man. You know, and it says having been a little chastised. This is nothing. Like, you know, like getting that 2 Corinthians 4 and 17.
I was just thinking of that. That's the spirit.
Light affliction, man.
Yep.
You know, just but for a moment, but it ain't nothing compared to the eternal glory. You know what I'm saying? That we won't be those men. We're gonna taste of that, man. That true glory, man.
Let's get the 2 Corinthians 4 and 17 real quick.